An interesting trend is playing out in the world of retail. Most fashion retailers are losing money. Their stock price is plateauing. They're laying off employees. Take the Bloomberg World Retail Index. It has only grown about 10% since the beginning of the year. Indian fashion retailers are also on the same path. They've only grown about 15 to 30% in the same time frame. But one Indian company is bucking this trend. The stock of this company has soared around 150% from the start of the year, and they've added over 8,600 new employees, while companies like Reliance Retail have laid off 38,000 people and Aditya Birla Fashion has downsized by 1,400. This company has emerged as a bright spot in India's retail story. We are talking about Trent Limited, a retail company that comes under the Tata Group. Trent operates fashion and lifestyle retail stores like Westside and Zudio. The company's success in the past few years has been phenomenal. They've reported a 50% jump in revenues and a 275% jump in profits in financial year 2024. And all of this has been on the back of the company's fast fashion vertical, Zudio. But you could possibly point out that Trent operates both Zudio and Westside. So why am I giving all the credit to just Zudio? That's a valid point. So let me actually try to give you a head-on comparison between both the stores. Westside has been operating since 1998. It has a little over 200 stores with revenue per square feet of around 12,000. Sounds decent. How much more could Zudio possibly contribute? Well, Zudio has been around since 2016. They have over 564 stores with average revenue per square feet of 18,000 rupees. You can clearly see why I say Zudio has been crucial for Trent's astronomical success. Zudio's success can be attributed to its ability to deliver ultra-affordable, trendy fashion. And they are able to do this because of their cost-cutting rigor. You see, there are three major places where fashion retailers end up spending money. This is development of new designs, often by employing popular designers, extravagant marketing, and setting up stores in fancy locations like malls and piers. Zudio does not do any of this. They don't sign up any popular or fancy designers. They just make small, quick adjustments to popular designs that are already in the market. They also don't spend money on any kind of marketing. And lastly, they don't even open stores in areas with expensive real estate. In fact, they don't even lease or own their own stores. They actually operate on the FOCO model, or the franchise-owned, company-operated model. Here, the ownership of the store belongs to a franchisee. This is an independent individual or entity. Anyone can take this up, even you or me. They just invest their money to open the store. But then, these owners don't operate the store. It's operated by the company, in this case, Zudio. The company is responsible for staffing, inventory management, and overall store operations. In return for the investment, the owner gets a share in the profits of the retailer. All of these measures have made Zudio the highly efficient monster that it is. Now, other retailers have been noticing how Tata's Trent is raking in profits. They're also taking a page from Zudio's playbook, and they also want to start their own fast fashion chains. Mukesh Ambani-backed Reliance has made multiple attempts at launching their fast fashion stores with outlets like Azorte, Yousta, and the good old Reliance Trends. But nothing seems to have struck a chord. So Reliance is now enlisting the help of the largest fast fashion retailer in the world, Shein.
I'm sure you guys have heard of Shein.
Shein takes fast fashion to a different level.
The company generated an estimated $23 billion in revenue in 2022.
And this era's leader, it's Shein.
Founded in China, Shein has outgrown legacy fast fashion retailers like Zara and H&M. These are the companies that actually invented fast fashion. Shein is now bigger than them, and Reliance wants to now take Shein's help to make a mark in India's fast fashion space. This isn't even the first time Reliance has partnered with an international fashion retailer. The company has partnered with Sephora, Balenciaga, Versace, Armani, Bottega Veneta, and so many other retailers in the past few years. If you're wondering why none of these companies are directly selling their products in India, it's actually because of the government's strict FDI norms for retailers. So retail is basically of two types. Single brand retail, which includes stores that sell products from only one brand. This is like Apple or Nike. And multi-brand retail, where multiple brands are owned by a single retailer and sold under a single roof, like Sephora. Now, if foreign retailers want to sell their products, you might think it's very simple, right? They can set up a company in India, they can make investments in that company, and that would be through foreign direct investments. And then they can finally sell their products to that company, right? Not really. It's not that simple. As per the rules set out by the government, FDI in multi-brand retailing is restricted to 51%, which means any multi-brand retailer cannot start a company all by themselves. They need an Indian partner to do this. Coming to single brand retailers, although 100% FDI is allowed in this segment, there are strict sourcing requirements with up to 30% compulsory local sourcing and extremely stringent investment thresholds. And it's not like if a company has fulfilled all these requirements, they're good to go. They are still expected to present their case in front of the government FDI panel, who may choose to reject their proposal. A quick sidebar. Most Indians are just one hospitalization expense away from bankruptcy. It is important to have a comprehensive health plan. In case you don't have one or want to review your existing health plan, why don't you book a free call with Ditto's IRDAI certified insurance advisors. The link is in the description. Now, back to Shein. This is the second time the company is entering the Indian markets. Before now, they were operating in India since 2018, but were banned from doing business in 2020 along with 58 other Chinese apps due to piracy reasons.
India has banned 59 Chinese mobile applications. In one move, some of the biggest digital businesses of China have now lost access to one of its largest markets for the internet.
Now that Shein is back in India, is it just like Reliance's other partnerships with other brands? Well, that's actually not true. Here, the FDI panel did not give a nod to this partnership. Shein might not even comply with the compulsory 30% sourcing norms. Around 93% of Shein's sourcing is currently done from China. They might not change this. But how can Shein bypass all FDI regulations to enter India? That is because this partnership is sort of a first of its kind. Technically, no money has exchanged between Shein and Reliance. Shein is not making any investment in India either. Instead, Shein is licensing its trademarks and IP to Reliance for a share in profits. And based on these technicalities, Shein is not necessarily bound to follow local sourcing norms that are applied under FDI. And it makes sense too. The prices of Shein products are way lower than its competitors because they are able to source and manufacture in China, where raw material and labor is extremely cost effective. Do you think Shein and Reliance can actually make a dent in the fast fashion space in India? Can they beat Tata's dominance? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to FinShots TV for more.